After that night at the restaurant, I told myself it would be the last time, but it wasn't. Andrine and I kept seeing each other. Slowly, the line I had promised myself never to cross became a thing of the past. Every time I was with Andrine, I felt like a different woman, younger, exciting, and strangely, the more time I spent with Andrine, the more loving I became toward my husband. Daniel thought our marriage was getting better. He had no idea the energy I brought home every night came from another man. When Andrine and I first started seeing each other, I thought I was being careful. We only met after work. We deleted our chats and we avoided being seen together in public. However, I remember making a mistake one evening, a very small mistake that I took light of. I left my phone chat open on the table and rushed to the bathroom. When I came back, Daniel was sitting exactly where I left him, watching television, calm, normal. He didn't say anything, he didn't ask anything. He just smiled at me and said, the phone was vibrating. I simply nodded and picked it up. I felt relieved that Daniel hadn't unveiled my secret and slept peacefully that night. What I didn't know was that Daniel had already seen the message. It was from Andrine. I can't stop thinking about you last night. Daniel never mentioned it. Not that day, not the next day, not even weeks later. Instead, he behaved like the perfect husband. He rubbed my back when I complained about work, and he even cooked dinner sometimes. Within this period, our company had sent Andrine to the United States to assist with a major project. And just like that, our affair ended physically. A few weeks later, I discovered I was pregnant and knew Andrine was the father. But Daniel was overjoyed when I told him. He hugged me so tightly I could barely breathe. This is the best thing that's ever happened to us, he said. He never questioned the timing. He simply accepted everything, and I thought I was lucky. I thought maybe life had given me a second chance. What I didn't know was that Daniel was already planning something. Revenge. Before my son even turned 1, Daniel had already found Andrine's daughter. Her name was Maya. Andrine had her when he was very young. She was 19 years old, beautiful, naive, and preparing for her tertiary education. Maya was completely unaware of the mess her father had created. Daniel approached her slowly, and before long, Maya fell deeply in love with him. I had no idea. Andrine had no idea. But the most shocking part, Daniel got her pregnant. Months later, Andrine returned from the United States after finishing his project. But when he came back, he found chaos waiting for him. His daughter was pregnant. Furious and confused, Andrine demanded answers. Who did this to you? He asked her. Tell me the man's name. But Maya refused. She simply said the man loved her and wanted to marry her. Andrine became angry. Bring him here, he demanded. I want to see the man who wants to ruin my daughter's life. A few days later, Maya finally agreed. She invited her boyfriend to meet her father. Andrine waited in the living room that evening, nervous, angry, protective. Then the door opened. Maya walked in, holding a man's hand. Andrine looked up, and at the moment he saw the man standing beside his daughter, his entire body froze because he knew him very well. Standing there calm and confident was Danny. But that same night, Andrine called me. His voice sounded broken. We need to meet, he said. When we sat down, he stared at me for a long time. Then he said, your husband has been dating my daughter. My mind couldn't process it. What are you talking about? I asked. Andrine continued slowly. She's pregnant and the father is Daniel. The room felt like it was spinning. Suddenly, every strange moment over the past year started making sense. Daniel's calm, his silence, his patience, his late work schedules, his outings. Looking back now, I realized he had already started investigating quietly, patiently. After the chat messages he unveiled on my phone, then Android said something else. When I saw him standing there, he looked straight at me and said, my chest tightened. What did he say? Android leaned forward and whispered the words. He said a man who sleeps with another man's wife and gets her pregnant should be ready to watch another man build a family with his daughter. In that moment, the truth finally hit me. Daniel had already known all along. From the very beginning, he never confronted me. He never fought with me. He simply waited. And while I thought my secret was safe, my husband had already written the ending of the story. And by the time I realized it, it was already too late. If you enjoy my stories, please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe as well. Thank you very much.